Yeah, the idea started when a woman came up to me at a conference and tried to impress me by handing me her music and saying, we spent $8,000, or God, maybe it was 80,000. I don't know. You just said 8,000, so now it's messing with my head. I don't know
I
what
think
number
it's
she said.
80,000. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I think so too. I think she said something like, we spent $80,000 recording this album. It's really good. And my first thought was, oh no, you poor thing. Like, that's not sustainable. Like, that's not resourceful. You're being stupid. You spent $80,000 to record something that I'll bet a friend of mine could have recorded for 1/10 of the price. It shows to me you're being wasteful, and that's not sustainable. Same as I feel about people who are paying full tuition to attend Berklee College of Music for 4 years now. Unless their parents are just paying completely and don't mind, it's not resourceful. There's always an expensive way to do things and a cheap way to do things and a smart way to do things, which is usually closer to the cheap way of doing things. If you're smart, you can be resourceful and do things for cheaper than most people can. And that's just the smarter strategy because it means you can go for longer. So in the case of the woman who spent $80,000 recording her album, my first thought was like, you could make 10 records for that much. And it would be better for your career to make 10 albums at $8,000 each than one album at $80,000. Also, it's just losing touch with reality. There's not that much of an audible difference between an $80,000 recording versus an $8,000 recording. You're really like, what are you getting into? Like some crazy kind of, tube compressors or whatever, some Neve console, or, trying to show off what equipment you use. Like 0.001% of the world can hear any difference between those. So it also just shows that you've lost touch with what matters. Yeah, sorry, I get kind of ranty on this subject. I just think it's so much smarter to be resourceful, to find a way to do things for cheaper so that even if you're only earning a few $100s a month with your music, that it's profitable, it's sustainable. You can keep doing this. You're not going to go broke next year just doing your music. Same reason why I actually recommend to friends and anyone that they don't quit their day job to go full-time with music until music is actually paying all your bills. Well, unless there's some resourceful way, like, again, if you find like a family friend or somebody's place where you can live for free, basically just paying for your food, living for free is a way to work on your music only. But even the full-time musicians I know really only spend about maybe 4 hours a day doing their actual music, and the rest of the time doing the other cluttery crap. And so in that case, you'd actually be better off having a 9-to-5 job that just pays all your life expenses, lets you save money, as long as it's something that doesn't suck your soul. It's not, as long as it's not like a 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. job or one of those ones that like stresses you out and wrecks your life. But if it's something that you can just show up 7 or 8 hours a day, punch out, and then go home and give your music your full attention, you can get in a few hours a day of working on your music and career without needing to quit your job, which then gives you this desperation of like, oh no, I'm going to be screwed if I don't make $1,000 this month with my music. Unless you sense that desperation would really work in your favor. But you need to know that for yourself. For some people, desperation helps them be who they really want to be, helps them take daring chances that they wouldn't have taken otherwise. But for a lot of people, I think for most people, desperation makes them do stupid, unstrategic things that would hurt them more than help them.